Hey lovely Simlies, it's Deligracy here with another build. I released a build not very long ago of a cabin build, and now I'm releasing another cabin build because for my other LP, for the Sims 4 LP with the Valentines and the Wilkins, I wanted to make like a really big friendly campsite for the two families to go along to on a holiday, but also because you can invite your friends in the new game pack, I wanted to invite their friends and see how many friends we can actually invite. I'll be pretty disappointed if you're only allowed 8 Sims, including friends, but I know that you can't control the friends anyway, so I'm wondering how many we can bring. Can we like have a full-on party on the campsite, or is it like 1 or 2 friends? We'll find out in the LP anyways. But for this campsite, it's called a trio of cabins because there are 3 simple cabins that I've designed in kind of color codes. There's a red one, there's a blue one, and there's a green one. And in those cabins, there's beds. One of them has an inside kitchen, but they all have bathrooms, and the other 2 have little living areas. But also on this lot, there is going to be 3 tents there as well for extra people to stay in. So all up, there is there's 2 of the cabins have double beds in them, and the 3rd cabin is going to have a double bed and 2 singles. And then we have 3 tents. So you can have 8 Sims in the cabins, but then you could have I don't know how many Sims you can fit into a tent, but I don't know, I guess at least another 6 Sims. But these cabins, they're that typical cabin exterior with the roof, the pointed roof that comes down low to the ground. I've put in some columns there because I wanted it to look like it had a bit more support, and I really like the use of columns in this world of Granite Falls because columns are just really foresty, and I don't know, they just add a bit of detail to the game, which I appreciate. So putting in the doors there, they're almost done, and I don't know, I really enjoyed this. I'm really, really excited to actually start playing with it. It is on the gallery already to download. My user is Deligracy, so just search that up. Make sure your filtering is all good so you can see everything up there, but it's up there ready to go. I think it'll be a handy build to use as well because you can have so many Sims here. There's also going to be outdoor showers and a really nice campfire area in the middle for everyone to socialize in. So that's kind of nice too. And it's a really good lot. It's right on the water. Although I have a feeling it's going to still be really expensive to stay there. That's the only thing. I'm just not really sure. I'll try and check it now and see how much it is exactly on my PC because I'm on my Mac right now. But yeah, we're playing around with bed colors. It takes me a while to actually get color schemes going on. I didn't really know what look and feel I wanted to go for. Usually I like making things in The Sims or making houses and interiors that I would like to live in. And in this part, I was like, I wouldn't actually really like to stay in a cabin unless it was really nice and light and bright. But then I wanted it to look like, for my Sims, for their sake, I wanted it to be really typical cabin. So I struggled a bit trying to get it together in the start, but in the end we shuffle it around a bit and we work with the different colors, and it's cute because each of the colors of the cabins is the color of the eskies that are available. And so the green cabin has a green esky out the front, the red one has a red esky, and then the blue one has a blue esky. I thought it was a little bit cute. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's coming along. We're gonna go with all browns. I was like, I don't know about that. Then we're trying greens with the red blow-up bed. How cool are those blow-up beds? They're so awesome. I don't know why I like the blow-up beds in The Sims so much, but I've just decided that I do. They're pretty cute. And then, I don't know, starting to figure it out. This cabin, the first one is a blue one, which I think is probably the nicest. And then the other 2 are kind of deliberately not super duper nice. They're meant to be a little bit not quite perfect. So I don't know, I'll leave it up to you guys. You might really like them. But me personally, I'd probably only stay in the blue one. But yeah. All right. Just trying to check out Granite Falls on The Sims right now. We'll see how much it is. This bed is pretty gorgeous. How it's got the wood. Oh my gosh, what do you call it? Head of the bed. I'm thinking headset. Bed head. Oh my gosh, that was weird. One time, isn't it weird when you have moments where you can't remember really simple things? This is years ago. Like, I'm talking maybe like 10 years ago. I forgot, like, I remember it so clearly. I forgot how to hold a spoon for like literally 30 seconds, which felt like forever when you're like, how do I hold a spoon? Like, I couldn't remember how to hold it. I did remember how to hold the spoon, but like every now and then, do you guys ever have moments where you're like, WTF, what just happened? I don't know. I've had that a few times. It's just not a good time. All right, go on vacation sim. I would see how much this place costs. Oh, I didn't even need to. I could have just gone to Edit World. Silly me. Oh, well. Oh, well. So, it's 586 simoleons per day. So it's pretty expensive. But if you think about how many people are going, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So here's the blue cabin coming together. I think it's nice with the kitchen in there. The reason why I didn't put kitchens in all of them wasn't because I couldn't be bothered. It was because I really want to see them using the grills when they're out camping and using the eskies outside. I don't really want to watch them using the oven and stove like we always do when they're at home. So that's why I did that, which I thought was nice. I'm going to see how many Sims we can take on vacation with us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you can only take 8 Sims on vacation, including yourself. So 8 Sims in total, which is a bit annoying. That's all right. So really, all your families could stay indoors, or you could have just one Sim in the double beds, or only use a couple of cabins and use the tents, or just use all cabins and no tents. Up to you. That would have been so cool though if we could have like invited 4 Sim families, even though you're just controlling one, and they could all stay in the same place. I reckon I would love to see that Sims. I really would. This bedroom, I know I said we're going with color themes. This will become the red bedroom. I was thinking this would be the green bedroom, but I don't know. That color, I swear, I know it's a greeny color, but it has a bit of a blue undertone, like it's turquoisey. Turquoise green, kind of. And I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of that color. I have a friend who loves that color, like really, really likes it. And I don't know, I've never gotten into it. I reckon a lot of people like it though. Had a bit of fun crossing over those carpets there too. Had a bit of an experiment there. I actually did that when I was at PAX last year in Melbourne. I was on a panel with James from the Sim Supply and Faramouse. And James and I were building. He built and I finished, and I was overlapping some carpets. And I was like to everyone who was watching, how does this look? What do you guys think? Because I was so into it. Because if you guys know me, which a lot of you guys do know me well, I just love experimenting and making things a bit different in The Sims. And literally everyone in the audience was like, no, Dalek. That looks terrible. So I have been enjoying it, doing it in private in my own game, layering carpets and whatnot. Oh, I don't know what I was doing here. We do go for a stone wall for a while, but then I was like, this totally defeats the purpose of having a wood cabin. Like, those walls are not going to both be stone and then be wood on the outside. Well, actually, I guess they could be, but it's obviously not like a log wood cabin, so I don't know. I'm also using a few build cheats here, which is allowing me to access objects like the fish on the wall. That's obviously the hidden objects cheat. And I'm also using the unlocks entitlement cheat, which basically unlocks your career items that you can find in the game. That's unlocked too, so you might see a couple of things there. The green room's really coming together now, and we're about to put in some new wallpaper that I thought was kind of cool, because I found that it's like colored paneling. So we changed the blue one to that color. And, oh, we don't do the red room until last. I thought that green room was going to turn red. Oh well. And then this cabin was looking cool. Like, I really liked the idea of the white and the red, but then I thought it didn't look exactly how I wanted it to. I wanted it to be more traditional cabin style. So if you're into like more contemporary cabins and stuff like that, my other build was more contemporary, I guess, in a sense. But then it was still pretty traditional as well. I want to do like a super duper modern cabin, but because I've just done 2 cabin builds, I might leave that off for a while. But yeah, super duper modern cabins, so cool. Like big windows, big open windows. I actually had a few comments on the other build and someone said they wanted to see one. So definitely keen to do that. But yeah, basically the red room, I think the red paneling here, it's got that nice texture on it. I thought that was really nice, and we're about to change the bed over because the green and red looked very Christmassy, if you ask me. So we're changing a few of those things, making it a little bit more neutral, which, you know, easier to suit any sim whom wants to come here. And then I also really enjoyed having all the columns there sticking through the walls. I don't know if they're going to get in the way of Sims sitting on the couch. I would be very surprised if it did. I don't know, I'll find out in the LP. And getting into the bed as well, but I doubt it. There's a few things, like The Sims 3, I understood really well when Sims wouldn't be able to use certain objects. I felt like I did anyway. Probably downloaded a house and realized that I totally screwed it up and your sim could not use things in my houses. But I felt like I had a good grasp on what they could do and what objects affected which sim interactions. But in The Sims 4, I literally have no idea. So I'm a bit confused. Still getting used to it. Still a new game. I guess I'd been playing The Sims 3 for 5 years. So a lot of practice and a lot of gameplay. So this cabin, where we've put the double bed, we're actually going to end up putting 2 single beds there for kids, or if you have, I don't know, a couple of friends who want to stay here and don't necessarily want to share a bed. So we're going to turn that back area where the bed is into the twin bedroom, and then we're going to put the double bed where I was making the lounge room just then. So this is more just for sleeping. There's not really an entertaining area as such. So one cabin has more beds, one cabin has a living area, and the other cabin has a kitchen. So it's kind of like you all share all the cabins because each one has an important room, except they all have bathrooms. I would have loved to see an all-in-one bathroom in The Sims 4 because they have the outdoor showers and it would have been great to have some outdoor toilets. Although they did make some toilets, like a toilet block for this world in Granite Falls. Pretty cool, but I don't know. I still feel like I'd have to build the toilets separately to the showers rather than just plonking down an object. So this is the green room now. This room isn't meant to be necessarily lovely and easy on the eyes. Particularly thank you to those doona covers on the beds. But it's okay. It's okay. It's a decent cabin. And I have to say, the lamp on the right of the bed there, that makes all of these rooms look so much prettier. Much, much nicer, in my opinion. And I don't know, it just adds a bit of decor to the rooms that makes it more friendly and inviting. The green cabin, they have more Sims. Perhaps that's why there's going to be an extra green esky. They all have an esky, like I said, on their balcony or their stairwell outside of the house or the cabin. But this green one, they have a green esky inside as well. So there's going to be plenty of food for your Sims, definitely. Terrain painting and landscaping, I think, is like just as important as the builds for this world because it's all about nature and the world is all surrounded by forest and you want that lot to blend in. So I decided that I would kind of mark out the central area with a dirt paint terrain paint, and then I would have the tents kind of walking into that area, just positioning them so they're not positioned too perfectly. Lots of trees in to blend it into the forest there. And basically you're going to enter this a lot and have to walk right in around the cabins to actually get to where they're socializing. So it's a bit secluded. It's nice and private. Putting in lots of shrubbery. I think the shrubbery, the flowers, and just all the foliage and trees that came with this game pack was really, really nice. I think they've done such a lovely job, and I just love all of these ferns, sizing them up and mixing big ones with small ones makes it look really realistic, and the graphics look really nice. So I think this has turned into a really pretty campground or pretty cabin ground, and it's right on the lake too. Placing around the rocks like that, just scattering them, isn't something I've actually really done in The Sims before, but I was looking at the EA builds or what came with the game, the previous lot, and that's how they did a lot of the landscaping. So I like getting tips from what the people or the gurus or the Sims makers, what they do as well. It's really helpful to see. I actually used to do that a lot in The Sims 3, especially in, what was the world that came with Showtime? Starlit, no. Damn it, I can't remember the world. But that world that came with Showtime, there were some really, really cool builds in there. I liked them a lot. Some of my favorite objects that came with this pack were the rock seats and the rock tables, because I really love the idea of blending those objects into other rocks. So it looks like your Sims are just sitting on a flat rock that they've found. I thought that was nice. Putting in some grills too, important, and the campfire. There's also a game table there. There's the horseshoe game as well, an easel, lots of activities. And I do put in the outdoor showers whilst I'm off camera. So there are outdoor showers there and an outdoor sink. Here are the screenshots. There's the kind of the overview of the 3 cabins and the social spot. There's the tents, plenty of room to sleep. The blue cabin with the blue theme, the one that I would pick to live in or stay in. And you can see the bathroom there. The next one is the red cabin, which is interesting. I'd like to know which one is your favorite, actually. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll speak to you soon.